So I'm trying to be more conscientious about, making that extra step to go over to Google Plus, but I don't know how much traction, if I'm missing out on noticing what kind of traction compared to Facebook and Twitter that Google.
Yeah, I think, there's not clearly as many people. It's not as big as Facebook, but on the other hand, I think the content is in my opinion, is a little more substantial and valuable overall. The kinds of things people post and the dialogue that goes on. But probably more importantly than that is the integration that Google is really working at with all of their services.
Said Rick, we've got it's almost the environment that it allows you to exist in. It's like Google executives or Google programmers said, okay, what will Jason need in order to do business all over the place, and let's give him those tools. I want to say the next invention we need to have, and I think you guys are all going to get this, is have you ever been like to like these fancy hotels and like you press a button in the mirror and the TV's inside the mirror? You know what I mean?
Yep.
You feel me? Well, this is that's what they need on monitors, except our webcams need to be inside the monitor, right in the middle of the monitor. So we're not all looking down like this whenever we're talking, and everybody's just looking. Wouldn't that be a great idea? You put there inside the monitor. That's where it needs to be.
Jason, I don't know about you, but I'm just watching myself to make sure that I'm not picking my.
Created, you could actually author tag. So let's say State Auto has a Google Plus page. You could author tag all of State Auto's pages on their website to the Google Plus page. So when someone searched it, it would show State Auto's logo next to the page title and the description of the page in Google search results.
That is so cool.
Your desktop, do you think?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Carrie, I was just going to show real quickly what happens when you have the Google Plus author tag on your website and how it shows up in search results. So let me close out all the stuff I don't want to see. All right, hold on. So I'm gonna share do a screen share right now.
Did you use a WordPress widget for that? Because I did.
I actually just hard coded it. Can you guys see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it looks like this right here. So see now my name is next to about this page. Here's an article I wrote, and I don't know why it's not showing up there, but so for all these pages, it puts your name here, and it puts your picture right next to it, and then more by Ryan Hanley. So here's all these ways that people can see who you are, that you're a real person, more ways to connect, and it's telling Google that you've connected and they really like that. So
Ryan, when you do that, can you do it like for a company, or what would you need to do? I mean, you did it as an individual, and I sort of get that, but you were talking about State Auto or any of the agencies. How do you tag it for the agency?
So all you need, either State Auto, like a company, would have a ID number for their page, and just like any person has a number for their individual profile.
Okay.
And you just take that link and you add the author tag, which is not as complex as it sounds. It's literally just copy and pasting your ID number into a link that they've already put together and adding that to a blog post.
Okay.
If you don't want to code, there are a variety of WordPress plugins through the author, which I used because I'm not going to go code anything if I can help it.
Yeah. So there's a WordPress plugin that will help you authorize.
Yes. If you type in Google authorship in WordPress in your search function, you'll come up with several of them. Yeah. And then you'll just input some basic information into the widget, and then it'll show up on the blog, and then it should attach tags right onto each post. And it's an automatic thing once you have it set.
Wait, maybe next time we can talk about Pinterest a little bit too, and how you guys are using that. Because I know three of you are using it quite a bit, and I think that might be an interesting discussion as it evolves.
It has tremendous potential.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I'll tell you quite honestly, the post I wrote just a week or so ago, that's been my most popular one in 2.5 years.
Really?
Crazy.
Vindictive.
People went ballistic over it in a good way.
Right, that images. Where are you guys getting your images? You know, so that you have images to pin and post with articles. Do you use like any kind of royalty-free kind of stuff?
freedigitalphotos.com.
Oh,
If you go to freedigitalphotos.com, the only thing is they will give you a little tiny snippet of code that you stick in there, which is just a link back to their website. And if your website is set up for no follow, which it is automatically, you have to change that for it to do follow, then it has no, you're not like giving anything away by putting that in there. And I just stick it all the way on the bottom and so it doesn't make your post look bad or whatever, but they have nice pictures and they have a lot of pictures.
You can actually, even on Flickr, there's a Creative Commons access on Flickr that you can, people who post photos and give it the Creative Commons tag, you can use it, and they set different levels of use, but you can get it there.
Start exploring.
and I sent you an email. I checked out your Facebook page. Hello, almost 6,200 likes. What are you giving away? Is there like a hidden naked photo there?
Yes, actually.
You saw that?
Oh,
But anyways,
that
I
is
follow Ryan, and I do the things that he tells me, and I do the things that Nick Unsworth from Project Cat tell me, and it seems to work.